Hey guys, this is Nathan and welcome back to TechNodeFirmaCraft. So as you can see, we have a few things that are ripe here in the garden again. We've got tomatoes, we've got a little bit of the soybeans ripe, and we're finally starting to get the maize growing up to 2 blocks tall. So that's good, we're getting closer on all of that. I am not going to be harvesting this stuff just yet, and if we look at the date, it's really not too much different than what it was. We are now into autumn just by a couple of days, and so I am going to wait to head off to the north because well, I went through and sorted all of my different fruit trees up here and gave each one a different color. Well, during autumn the only thing that is harvestable is olives. So we have 5 olives up here, so I think what I'm going to do is wait until just about the end of autumn, go up, grab those 5 olives, and then when late autumn comes, I'll be able to go through and grab the apples and all the other stuff that happens to ripen at that time. I think oranges, apples, oh geez, let me check my notes. Yes, I actually take notes. So, oranges, plums, no, that's late summer, not late autumn. Apples, and no, lemons are late summer too. Okay, so we'll have oranges, apples, and olives. So yeah, we have a couple over here that I'm not sure what they are either. Got 3 of them actually. So yeah, I might swing by those if I have a little time. But to start out with today, I have set up some stuff in these 2 chests right here. And this is going to be for our red and blue steel, finally. So to make blue steel, we need some black steel, which we have, some regular steel, and then bismuth bronze and sterling silver. Now I had some bismuth bronze at one point, but I don't have any anymore. So this will make 20 ingots of bismuth bronze. This will make 10 ingots of the sterling silver. So these are all ore piles, just so you know. So there's 100 units in each one of these. And I'm going to be melting those down in the crucible. Now, to make the red steel, we need black steel and regular steel as well. And then we need rose gold and brass. So rose gold here and brass here, so we should be able to get all of that. I've got a lot of melting of items to do, and then we can start figuring out the proportions that we need to actually make the weak blue and weak red steels. And once we get those made, we have to combine them with another black steel, so I may have to make a little bit more black steel. I am running very low on it. But I'll get all of that figured out, and I will be back in a little bit. So at this point I have made up the bismuth bronze, sterling silver, rose gold, and brass, and I realized we have a quest in the quest book for these. It is non-tool making alloys. And so in going through this, I got them all. So we needed to make brass, rose gold, and sterling silver. This is going to give us 8 copper ingots, and we get to pick either rose gold, sterling silver, or brass. Honestly, I think I'm going to take the sterling silver because we have a lot of gold down to the south, and copper and sphalerite are very plentiful. So I think that's what we're going to do there. So basically the information in this quest is just showing you the proportions for each of these. Those are also available from NEI, so not really too big of a deal with that. So let's drop that off, and we've got 4 extra sterling silver ingots then. So that's kind of nice. So now to start setting up for the blue steel and red steel, I figure what I'm going to do is maximize the use of these ingots here, these alloys, so that we can salvage as much of the iron, iron that has been turned into steel as we can. So in order to make our first batch of weak blue steel, which is the one we're going to make first, we need 1.5 ingots of bismuth bronze and 1.5 of sterling silver. Then we need 5 of black steel and 2 of regular steel. And yes, black steel. That is going to be a big deal. Now, how do we get half an ingot out of one of these? So what we do is we combine that with a chisel, and we can cut that into nuggets. Now, each one of these nuggets has 10 units in it. So all that we have to do then is take half of each of those, and that will be what we use. So we'll have some nuggets just laying around. It kind of sucks having those, but at the same time, I can guarantee you, once we get some more black steel, we will be making a lot more blue steel. So not a big problem. So now I get to melt all of that stuff down in the crucible, and we should have some weak blue steel. Before I come back, though, I will be making some more black steel as well. So I am currently getting a little bit more black steel because, well, quite frankly, I have to make an anvil now. So we are to that point where we have enough of this kind of stuff that it's time to move on into the next stage. So we're going to get into the red and blue steel, and then it's time to start working on some more tech. But yeah, I need a lot more of the black steel, and I'm going to have to make another batch of blue steel because I'm going to make a blue steel anvil. So yeah, a lot of stuff to do there. So I'm going to keep working on this, and I'll see you guys after a little bit. Alright, so I've got enough of the blue steel together to make the anvil, and yes, I have already melted down the black steel anvil, so it is gone. We're not going to be looking at that thing ever again. So we now have our blue steel anvil. We're filled with flux here, and everything is good. We now have maximum tier smithing available to us. So because of that, we are going to take a blue steel ingot, and we're going to make a blue steel hammer, because this is required to make our steel casings for whoops, that was too far, for mechanism. So what we need is a light hit, shrink, draw, punch. There we go. There's our blue steel hammerhead. We'll go ahead and actually turn this into a hammer if I can get a stick to come out of the chest. And there we go. Now we'll combine that with this, and we will get our blue steel, or our steel casings. So that needs to go into this recipe, and the last thing we're waiting for here is a piston. Now, oddly enough, I didn't realize it at the time, we are out of wrought iron. So I have the bloomery running, but it's still got a little ways to go. So I'll let that finish up, process those raw blooms into wrought iron ingots. Then I'll be back and we'll take a look at this guy. Well, I now have everything to finish this recipe, which is the mechanism crusher. So that is going to be the next machine we set up here, and before we do that, we need to grab our hammer. Where did I put that? Up here. The engineer's hammer, because we need to set the top of this to output energy. And then we can place this up here and we'll start getting power into it right away. Now, the reason I wanted to make this crusher first before I did anything else was for, like, our cinnabar and our scapolite. These will now get maximum output out of this crusher. So the cinnabar, over in the quern, we get 8 redstone out of 1 cinnabar ore. Where did that go? Okay. I thought that we were supposed to put redstone into here. Maybe it's the enrichment chamber for redstone. Well, I know scapolite works in here. So we get a huge amount of scapolite out of each one of these. I think we got 2 out of the crusher. And in comparison, yeah, 5 compared to 2. Very nice. Alright, so let's just take a look at the uses here. 8 out of the quern, yeah, it is the enrichment chamber. Darn it. Okay, well, the enrichment chamber is what we're going to be making next, but before we can do that, we need a little bit more redstone. So, I guess let's go ahead and run one of these through the quern. Now, I've already made 3 double ingots of red steel, which is needed for that. And then also there's a couple other things that we needed with the metallurgic infuser. So we needed to get one of these basic control circuits, which is redstone and osmium. And then we needed some of these enriched alloy, which is redstone and steel. And we're going to combine those together to make an advanced control circuit, and that goes into the top of this recipe with a steel casing, red steel double ingots, and some redstone, and that's going to make the enrichment chamber. So, we don't have a place to put this thing. Well, I think what I'm going to do is pull up the metallurgic infuser for a little bit, place down the enrichment chamber. Now this thing we can put in Cinnabar, and we will get a whole bunch of redstone, 12 each, and I don't have to worry about it. So there's a lot of redstone coming out of that. Now there is a way to improve redstone again for use running it back through the enrichment chamber. So if we do this, now instead of getting 10 redstone in the metallurgic infuser with each redstone dust, we will get 100 out of this compressed redstone. So much more efficient use of that. Now the other reason that I am thrilled to death about having that enrichment chamber is we can now take our hematite piles and run them through here, and this is going to give us 2 iron dust for each one of these. Now what we can do is run this through our furnace over here. So we can finally make iron without having to mess with a bloomery. And also we are doubling it. So for every stack of our hematite piles, we will get 32. Oh, we're out of power already. We will get 32 wrought iron ingots. So obviously the power situation is now going to be an issue. So I think I'm going to look into that here in a little bit. But before I do, let's go ahead and take a look at the quest book, because we should have several quests completed. So yeah, we've got 2 of them done. Let's go ahead. Iron Age, so this is going to be the red and the blue steel. So here we had the process that I went through. This is going to give us 16 bottles of enchanting, 8 rich magnetite, and then we can choose brass, rose gold, or magnetite. We're going to take the magnetite. Iron is a precious resource for us. And then the blue steel, same thing. And yeah, heat resistant steel. This stuff will be able to pick up lava, so that will be nice. Once again, same thing, rich magnetite on both. And so that gave us a lot of magnetite. So yeah, we got 2 full stacks of the rich magnetite. Wonderful. So yeah, I am going to see what we need to do now to improve our power systems, since that is our next bottleneck, and then I will be back. Well, one of the simplest ways to improve our power is to make our mechanism machines more efficient. So we can do that with an energy upgrade, and this takes a little bit of gold dust, some enriched alloy, and glass. So all of the machines that I've been setting up have made this greatly more efficient in producing these, and so now I can make these energy upgrades, and we will see like here on the enrichment chamber, we currently are using 80 RF a tick. So if we go into the upgrade tabs and put in an energy upgrade, this will take a little bit for it to go in, but now we are using 59.99 RF a tick. And also, I believe that increases the energy storage of the block as well. But so we will be making up a few of these, and that should help out with power usage. And I believe we can put them in here as well. So if we look at this, now this guy is only using 59.99 RF a tick. So I'm going to have to make a little bit more of this enriched alloy. And I was wrong also on the redstone. You don't get 100, you get 80. But still, that makes 8 times the redstone available in the metallurgic infuser. Very handy, but we are going to be running out of a lot of our ingots again very soon. We had a heck of a pile of steel here a little bit ago, and now that is almost completely gone. So I might have to go out and do some more iron mining. I do have an iron mine up here that is available. Let's see if we switch over to ores. Where was that? Right here. So we have tetrahedrite available here. I've already started digging in, found it. It's only 50 units each, but yeah, we might have to do that. We also need to finish cleaning up as much as we can out of this hematite mine. So, yep, I'm gonna get a few things done here, and fairly soon I'm gonna have to head up to the north to get that fruit. So I'm gonna get all that done, and I'll see you guys after a bit. Well, I realized that we have solar panels available from Mechanism Generators. These guys are a little bit complex to build, but we have everything that we need. So we need 2 black steel sheets, an energy tablet, a steel hammer, a black steel ingot, some type of a flawless or better gem, and then 3 solar panels. Now these solar panels are made with glass panes, an enriched alloy, some osmium and redstone, and the energy tablet is made with copper, gold, zinc, redstone, and enriched alloy. So we have everything for that. I made up the recipe for the energy tablets, and I have here the one for the solar panels. So we're going to make our 3 solar panels. We'll put it into this recipe, and we get a solar panel. Now I believe we can just place this here, and this guy will produce a bit more power. That is an interesting sound. But so this is going to be making a bit more power for us, and yeah, hopefully we'll be able to be making up everything that we need now. So this will only work during the day, which kind of sucks, but it will give us plenty of power, and we don't have to worry about right-clicking on these guys anymore. So I am currently making up a bit more steel so that we can get the rest of this redstone used up and not have to worry about this machine. But yeah, that is going to come in really, really handy for getting our power produced. Now later on we'll be able to use those to make the advanced solar generator, which also takes an energy cube and some atomic alloy and 4 of these guys. But yeah, we'll be able to get there eventually. Right now I think this is going to be more than sufficient for what we need. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get a couple of things mined up. And like I said, we're halfway through the month of October. So here in a little while we'll be heading up north to get fruit. And yeah, then we'll be able to have more vinegar, because vinegar, yeah, we have a fair amount of vinegar here, but a lot of this is still vodka because we don't have enough fruit. So yeah, got a lot of stuff to do still. Well, honestly, I have no idea what is going on. DxTory is screwing up at the moment. It's causing Minecraft to crash. And for some reason OBS won't capture the game in full screen, so this is just weird. But anyway, I decided that it might be good to take a look at some of the mechanism quests, because we have done a little bit of stuff in mechanism, and by the way, I moved my power system and my machines over to that side of the road here for now. But so the first quest we happen to have here is to make the configurator. Now the configurator, it says because this is critical in controlling some functions of pipes, we've allowed it to be charged in the crafting grid. Now how to charge it in the crafting grid, I have no idea, but we need to make the configurator. Configurator is made with 2 steel sheets, an energy tablet, a lapis lazuli, and a stick. Fairly simple with what we've got. So I've already got the energy tablet set up, got the steel sheets, lapis, and a stick, so there we go. So we've got this guy, so that should complete this one. No reward for that one. But so then we have toss it in a bin. So first off, we have the items, a stone barrel basically. It can be upgraded a number of times. So next we need fluids. Portable fluid tank also has a bucket mode, which is why it is a bit pricey to make. Can be upgraded. So let's take a look at that. A basic fluid tank. Basic? No. So the basic fluid tank is made with some glass. Ooh, an ultimate bucket. Ooh. Eek. Some steel plates and a basic control circuit. So I don't think we're going to be doing that one right now, because even though we do have the stuff to make both buckets, yeah, I don't want to use all of my blue and red steel just for that. So I guess we will pass on that one for the moment, and let's take a look at move all the things and be a bit fancy as well. Mechanism has many pipes for all your needs. Their behavior can be controlled with the configurator. The other great thing with mechanism piping is that you can upgrade it in place simply by right-clicking on it with the next tier alloy. These are item pipes, so we need to make basic logistical transporters. Alright, I would imagine we're going to have to make everything, so let's take a look at pipe. Basic mechanical pipe, nope. So let's look up basic, because I'm pretty sure that will have all of them. Yes, okay, so we are going to have to make the basic universal cable, basic mechanical pipe, basic logistical transporter, and basic pressurized tube, I would imagine. Basic thermodynamic conductor. Ooh, that's something I've never seen before. Okay, so we need the logistical transporter first. This takes a basic control circuit, some steel ingots, and a hammer of some sort. Well, I've been making up some pig iron because we have no steel at the moment. So let's go ahead and drop this into the rolling machine, get it going to high carbon steel while we gather up some of the other stuff. So we also needed a basic control circuit, which is an osmium ingot with some compressed redstone is what I would like to use. So let's grab a piece of redstone, and we have 1 osmium ingot here. Let's go ahead and get our engineer's hammer out of the way. There we go, osmium ingot. So first we need to run this redstone through the enrichment chamber, get that compressed. And man, having this solar panel is saving so much. You can see we are still losing power out of our capacitor, but yeah, that is just amazing for what we need to do. So let's add that, put in our osmium ingot. Oh, and by the way, I just realized we can use this metallurgic infuser to make steel. Oh, I totally forgot about that. Well, we'll have to use up that redstone, but yeah, we can use that. Oh, man. The things that you forget when you haven't done this for a while. So we need 2 steel ingots. So there we go, 2 steel ingots, and we should have a steel hammer, multiple steel hammers around here. So let's go ahead and put our steel in here, basic control circuit, and a hammer. And there we go, 8 basic logistical transport pipes. And so now I would assume it's going to ask for, yep, utility. There are useful pipes to control where items go. Restrictive makes the inventories past that point be last valid path. Diversion control directs and is sensitive to redstone. Ooh, restrictive and diversion transporters. Once again, I'm getting into things that I never knew existed. And I don't know, maybe there's something new. Transporter. Okay, so the restrictive one is steel with iron bars. Okay. And the other one was, what? The diversion. Ooh. More steel, more iron bars, and redstone. Eek. Okay, well, we should have everything, as long as we have enough steel. So let's see. We need one more steel. Come on, rolling machine. Awesome. Okay, well, let's go ahead and get that going. Alright, so we should have everything here. We have our iron bars. So we needed an iron bar, a hammer, and you know what? We're going to use our regular steel hammer. No use in wasting that blue steel for something like this. And there we go. So that's going to make 2 of the restrictive transporters. And then to make the other one, what was that one? That one looked like a mess. Okay, so we need the hammer in the middle, steel on each side, these top and bottom, and then redstone around all corners. Okay, well, let's get those out of there so that it doesn't refill that. So there we go. There's the diversion transporters. So now fluid, a task where the player has to craft specific items. So a basic mechanical pipe now. So let's go back to basic. And the mechanical pipe is a large vessel with some steel. Oh, God. Steel, and more steel. Oh, and did I mention more steel? Oh, I love steel. Oh, wait, that was actually what we needed in there. Oh, well. So I need to get some more steel. And the other thing that we needed was a large vessel, and I'm pretty sure... Oh, we do have one of those. We have one. And I'm hungry. Very hungry, in fact. So... it's just about time for me to head up and get the apples and the oranges. Now, the apples were ripe, but I opted not to harvest them because, well, we got to head back up for the oranges anyway, so really there was no advantage, and my inventory was filling rapidly with the olives. Now, one thing that I did do while I was getting all of that olives was I had my bin with me, and I got 1,000 sycamore logs. And we are making charcoal as, well, basically as fast as we want. So that's good. So let's go ahead and get that last one going. We'll have the 4 of these. And how many did we need for that mechanical pipe? We need 2. Okay. So we'll get 1. Wish there was a way to speed this machine up. So there's the 2 of those. Let's go ahead and make this one now. So we need that. And there's our basic mechanical pipes. So next up is energy, the power pipes. So we need to make a basic universal cable, which is more steel and redstone. Alright, well, we should have some steel over here again. And before I go, let's make that next ingot. So now we need a redstone in the middle with our steel. And there's our universal cable. And then we need gas. Gas pipes. I got gas. Oh. Okay, so the basic pressurized tubes is glass with steel. Oh, so much steel. Alright, well, we need to restock this thing with fuel. Let's go ahead and dump the rest of that in there. Oh, so much steel. And basically we just need to run one of these through, so we can speed this along just by doing that. And then we'll set that one up to go. So there's the 2 there, and this should be the last one. So we need a piece of glass. Do we have glass in here? Yes, we do. Good, good. All right. So there is our basic pressurized tubes. And, oh, then we have the heat one for transferring heat from thermal evaporation. So would these be good for steam, I'm assuming? Yeah, I would say probably. Whoops. Okay, so the thermodynamic one. Ooh, a platinum ingot. Ooh. Did I collect any platinum? I have a nugget. Oh, really? And if I look at the map, let's go ahead and switch to ores. Where is platinum? Oh my gosh, such a mess. I would have to find some platinum and go and mine it. Oh, are you kidding? Oh, God. Well, I guess we won't be finishing that quest today. We're just about there. But anyway, I think we're probably out of time for today, so I'm going to say thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the episode, don't forget to give a thumbs up. If you are new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe. If you have any thoughts about what I should be working on or something that you'd like to see or whatever, go ahead and leave that down in the comments, and I'll see you next time. Bye!